You guys, I just talked to the camera for like 5 minutes and then realized it wasn't recording. And he saw and didn't say anything. Okay. Hello, good morning. Round 2. We are in Florida right now. We have been here for a few days, and by the title of this video, you guys can probably tell.
We're getting married.
Why do you keep saying that? We are looking to buy a house. We're house hunting. We're in Florida. Very happy to be here. If you guys didn't know, I grew up in Florida. I spent most of my life here, so it feels very nice to just feel like a little sense of home again. And yeah, just in case you're afraid that we're moving away from Oregon, we're not moving away from Oregon. We're mainly just looking at this house as like a second house slash vacation house slash Airbnb house. So that's kind of the plan, just a house we can come stay in here, and then when we're not here, be able to use it as an Airbnb, and then you guys can stay in it, which would literally be so cool. So that's what we're doing. We're probably not gonna buy a house on this trip. We're mainly just driving around looking at different areas and different neighborhoods and just kind of seeing like what the houses are like in different places and seeing what we like. But we still have 3 days left of the trip, so we'll see what we get up to. But today, now that we've like driven around and kind of have some like areas pinpointed, we're going to go look at some houses just to get a feel for what the houses look like in these neighborhoods and whatnot, because it's always different in person versus like just pictures. So I will take you guys along with us as best as I can. You guys can see the houses too. Let's go house hunting. What would you say you were looking for in a house?
Probably needs to have a bedroom. I'd say kitchen is pretty important to me. Maybe at least a driveway. It doesn't need a garage, but just somewhere to park the car. Probably a front door. And maybe if we're really being like really lucky, like a backyard. No grass or shrubs, but just like a space that is ours, that we own.
We don't have a backyard where we live, so that would definitely be luxury. Alrighty, we just drove and arrived at the first house that we are going to look at. We just drove around the neighborhood a little bit. It's pretty cute. Zach likes that there's a lot of
Houses.
trees. You said you like there's a lot of trees.
Well, I like that there's houses too. It'd be hard to buy a house if there weren't houses.
We're just waiting for the realtor that we're working with to get here, show us the house. I'll try to sneak some clips on my phone. Well, I don't know if I need to like sneak them, but I'll just take some clips on my phone and then I'll insert them here. Okay, so that wasn't really very many video clips because I literally forgot, even though I just said right beforehand that I was gonna get video. Anyways, I went back in and got the videos. It was okay. We really liked that the kitchen was like already updated because most of the houses that we've seen so far don't have updated kitchens, which is like a huge renovation cost. So that was definitely a plus of that home. But the pink around the pool was really throwing me off. Also, we found out that it already had 2 offers on it, so we don't really want to get into like an offer like bidding war, which seems to kind of be the case these days. So I think our options are just having to find something that like right when it goes on the market, and literally just like put in an offer even if we haven't seen it yet. Like if we've seen pictures and we think that like it looks decent, just put in an offer if we know the area and whatnot. Or find something that's just like maybe a little uglier or a little older, something that's been on the market for like a week or something like that, that not a lot of people are trying to get, and then hopefully get that. I don't know if I explained it prior, but essentially we want to find something that's like a little bit older, maybe a little bit more like unaesthetically pleasing, and put a little bit of work into it, a little bit of renovation, make it look pretty. So that's why we're not really looking at super new houses or anything like that, just kind of some old stuff. But anyways, we are 13 minutes away now from the next house we're gonna look at, and I will try my best to remember this time to let you guys see it. So it's a few days later than the last time we were looking at houses, because people say like, oh, the market is crazy. The market is actually crazy. There have been houses that have come up for sale multiple times a day, and I'm like, I look at the pictures, I'm like, oh, that one looks good. I would like to go look at that one and see it in person. And by the time I text our realtor and tell him like, hey, I'd like to look at this house in person, and then he like looks into it, it's already pending. Like that quickly, someone is already under contract, and that I don't understand how people are doing this so fast, and I don't know why that is necessary. If we would all just take a minute, go look at it. But no, I feel like people literally like see a listing and they just immediately put an offer on the house without having ever seen it. Which maybe that's like how you're supposed to do it. I don't know. But anyways, it's a few days later. I sent our realtor 6 different houses yesterday that I would like to look at.
At like 8 p.m.
Yeah. And only 2 of them are available to look at because the rest of them are like pending already. So we just looked at one. It was pretty overpriced for the amount of like renovations that it would need. So not really super interested in that one, but I'll show you a little snippet of the ugly floors here. So yeah, not the vibe, but we're going to look at another one, which is a lot cheaper. Like, oh my gosh, like, what was that, $330? And this one's like $249, $250. So it's like 80.
Yeah.
This one is like $80,000 cheaper, which is a lot of money. And it's probably going to need the same amount of renovations, but it's $80,000 cheaper. So we're gonna go take a look at it. We're 13 minutes away. I will do my little sneaky film and show you guys. So we went back home to Oregon and we started looking just at listings online and then putting offers on houses as we saw them, and we thought we kind of liked them even though we hadn't seen them yet. So we did that a few times and still we're getting shut down. And then we went on a quick weekend trip to California last weekend, so a few days ago when you're watching this. And while we were on that trip, our realtor called us and told us that we got one of the houses that we put an offer in on. So instead of flying home to Oregon yesterday, we flew back to Orlando. So we're here in Florida again, and we are on our way to go look at the house. Oh wait, I literally forgot. I forgot another key part of this whole situation. So we're coming here to look at the house that our offer got accepted on. And when we were on the plane yesterday, our realtor called us and said that we actually got another house as well that we put in an offer on. So now we have 2 houses that we can buy, basically. So today we are going to be going to both of them, seeing which one we like better, and then probably getting it, and then that's it. Then we're gonna have a house. Very exciting. I will try to be better about keeping you guys updated. Alrighty, I feel like every single video is from the car, so I apologize. Okay, we looked at the 2 houses and we like them both, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we like them both, which is not a terrible problem, but now, like, there wasn't one that we were like, oh yes, we like this one better. So now we have to just like sit down and go over some of the numbers, think about it, and we have to probably make a decision by what, like the end of the day?
Yeah.
Which is in probably like 3 hours. So, which one will we choose? Good morning. Hey, I'm not in a car vlogging for once, so
Way to go.
that's exciting. It's next morning. We are just in our hotel in Orlando right now. Last night we drove around both of the different houses because they're in pretty different areas. We drove around the areas at night just to see how it was, because that's like important. We drove like to and from Disney to each different house, which is probably a little extreme, but we just wanted to see what it was like, and I feel like that actually helped us like kind of lean more towards one versus the other. And we went to like grocery stores like near them, and just, I don't know, just things that like people would do if they were staying at an Airbnb. So we did all those things, and then Zach made lots of spreadsheets, ran some numbers, we made a list of pros and cons for each one, and we ultimately chose the one that had the least amount of cons. So, which one did we choose? Drum roll, please. The yellow one! We chose the cute little yellow house, and we're so excited to decorate it, right?
You are.
Yeah, it was the one that was a little bit smaller and geographically a little bit further away, but it was actually closer time-wise to drive everywhere because it's right off the highway, so it's gonna be very fun. Now we are going to fly home in a couple hours and then come back really soon to live in it.